Hello and good evening to my viewers. Welcome to another youth empowerment show with me, your host, Dami Oshimbayo. Well, I'm obviously, as you always know, I'm not here today by myself. I'm here with lovely ladies by my left and right. So I'm gonna start with my right hand side. Okay, we've got.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm Christy Paul. You met me the last episode, and it's such an awesome time to be here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now to my left. You know what? I'm gonna leave you right. You know, you're new. I'm gonna leave you last. We have over there. Please, madam, introduce yourself.
I am Maria Ramayo. I have been here a couple of times, and I'm pretty sure everyone that's watched the show continuously knows me by now.
Yeah, you're not really a
Yeah.
guest anymore,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah? So we
Miss
should
White
take away the
Chocolate.
guest in it.
Probably.
Yeah, no guest. She's part of the furniture now,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
No.
part of the lighting.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But now we're gonna give a good welcome to our new guest, our new face.
Hey.
So, what's your name, please?
Wede. My name is Wede.
Where there?
Wede.
How do you spell that if you don't mind me asking?
VWEDE.
Oh, wow. Is that African, Caribbean?
African.
Oh, wow,
Can't hear you.
No, sorry, I'm a nosy person. I couldn't help it because when she said weather, I was expecting, W. And then she said V. I was like, oh,
V,
that's
yeah.
very nice. Well, welcome, weather.
Thank
This
you.
is the Youth Empowerment Show,
Great.
and today we do have a lot to cover.
Definitely.
We always
Oh, yeah.
do, don't we? You know?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But today's topic, we're going to be talking about job and career, finding your purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. Firstly, when I was, when we were talking about this as a topic, the question was, what is a job and what is a career? What are the things, what are they? So I'm just going to throw it out into the floor. What do you think is a job and what do you think is a career? Does anybody want to answer before I bring out my phone?
I would say if you're thinking about the difference between a job and a career, then the first difference you gotta make is what are you looking for in the first place, right? If you're looking for a job, then what you're looking for is a place of employment that also happens to either be forced upon you in some way of you need this to survive, right? A job is something you need to make an income, survive, keep yourself going in some sort of way, right? A career, on the other hand, is something you choose willingly by yourself. It's something you strive for progress in, right?
Yes, he's right.
So I'd say a job is mandatory. A job can be a trap. A career is a choice.
Okay, that's that's a good way to see it. What do you think with it?
I think a lot of things, but I'm just
Okay,
trying
go
to
on.
streamline everything in my head. I think, like what she's clearly said, a job is, a fish tank, whereas a career is an ocean. So if you look at it in that perspective, you know that when you're working a job, you are very much restricted to certain things, and you can't really achieve certain things outside the four corners of the job.
Because you're limited,
Because you're
isn't it?
limited at that point. But if you focus on the career, you know that the sky is just your stepping stone. It's not really your limit. So it's a vast area to even have different branches coming out of. I've met people who their career is in entertainment. You see them doing music, and even in music, it's so vast that they can be artists. They can also score music for film. They can also write music for other artists. So there is different types of streams of income coming just through one path of career. So it's a dimension that is like a tree. It's like a rooted tree. So you have like different branches. So careers would allow you to express yourself willingly without any restrictions, and you have financial abundance, unlike a job where you're working for a certain amount of time, getting a certain amount of pay, and your bills are always more than your
They're always
your,
going
Yeah.
to be.
your
That's what
income.
will keep you trapped
Yeah,
in
keeps
it.
you trapped
Yes.
because you need to keep
Yeah.
working more and more and more hours, and it's like at the end of the day you lose life. You just got to become a walking corpse on the streets, and
That's
it's
a zombie.
it's sad when I see youthful people like myself looking. You see a 30-year-old looking like a 70-year-old because he's so stressed or she's so stressed with the so-called job, that they're trying to keep to survive.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then they don't see the way out because they're in that job.
Exactly.
So you know what? Now you being the last person, I'm guessing they've said almost everything you wanted to
Most
say.
definitely.
Yeah.
You guys have taken it all out my gut.
Don't worry.
But
Go
I
on.
think to just add to it, I
Go on.
think a career is intertwined with your passion, what you love doing. And so, like you said, the fish tank, it actually suppresses
I
you
know, yeah,
and who
that was
you
a very
are.
good analogy.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I agree with that as well. So, because you know what? It's funny you guys said that because from what I kind of gathered, okay, a career is like a set of, it's like experiences, all the things that you've gone through, and okay, how am I going to put this like this? A job is in one line, okay? It's limiting. It's just one thing to focus on, and then a career is all the other experiences, all the other things that you've gone through that will mold you into being something big. Is that the best way? Because this is what I wrote down. Okay, I'll go through my phone. Okay, I'm just gonna go through my phone.
Bring out them notes.
Yes, I gotta bring out notes. You know what I'm saying? I said a job can be just going to work to earn a paycheck. A career means that each of your jobs, experiences, and training programs is helping you advance or in responsibility and more. That's it. And also you're creating this firm attitude. But that's what I wrote down, okay? That's what I got from a career, okay? So now it leads me on to like the first question. I think we've already kind of like eliminated what the difference between a job and career.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
So the first thing I'm thinking is how, seeing that it's a job and career, okay, how would you be able to find your purpose? Would you find it from working in a job, working in a 9 to 5? How would you find it?
That's a good one.
It is a good. I mean,
It's a good one
thank you very
because
much.
I think, like I said before earlier, when you have the room to express yourself, you have the room also to discover, recover yourself and your personality and who you really are within the atmosphere of a career. Hence, you have the time and space, and you value yourself more to discover certain elements of yourself that would shape you and build you up within whatever career you've chosen to be. But when you have a job, like we've said before, it's limiting, so you don't really have that time to disperse into personal time of discovery or reflection because you're somebody else's slave. Sorry, pardon my English.
No.
But if someone else, you're under someone else's control and under someone else's do or say so. So you won't have time to look into yourself and reflect and say, what do I need to explore to put more into this, to bring more into this, to birth this. So you don't have those options. All you have is wake up in the morning at a certain time, go to work, do a certain duty, come back home, pay your bills, sleep. It's a sad life. You don't have time to like look into yourself and say, what do I need to do more to create something new in this job or in this career or in this thing to make someone's life better. Because as a career, it's like a business. Like you do it to make a difference in people's lives. As a job, you do it to survive.
That's it. It's more of survival.
So it's more of a survival
and
mode.
also to make somebody else money rather than yourself.
You can't find your purpose doing a job, and that's the honest truth. But in doing a career, you are definitely going to find your purpose, and you find other different elements as well of what makes you you, aside even just your purpose. Like it's a big world when you just throw yourself into it and say, hey, I'm just going to focus on what I love, focus on how I can help people, and focus on the medium in which I would want to help people, and focus on how it can be lucrative as well at the same time in making me pay certain things I need for my needs and also allow me to get things that I want. So at the same time, I'm discovering myself, I'm shaping this up, and then at the end of the day, the outcome is the outlook of who you are through your career, because that's how people are going to see you. Oh, he's a film artist, or oh, she's a musician, or oh, she's an entrepreneur. It's your career gives you that identity card which you hold up that the world will notice or recognize you as
this is what you're known for. Just because one person was actually able to actually chase what they love doing, isn't it? And it's funny you said there was something you said there about what are the things certain things you got to do in order to find your actual purpose. And that was also, it puzzled me myself because I'm thinking, what are the ways that you actually be able to actually find what your purpose is? I'm going to throw this out.
Just now, can I jump in?
Yeah, go on.
You did say something about have a job confines you. But what about people who do have a job? I think it boils down to the person knowing about themselves, like we talked about earlier, and also their situation also, because some people, they are forced to have a job, but still in their mind, they know their career path or their work in life, I would like to put it as. So just to add to that, there's people out there who have a job. We're not
Yeah.
going to say stay home and
No,
don't
no,
work.
not working. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
I have been in that category before. But the thing is, how desperate are you?
Mhm.
And when I say how desperate, I mean, are you in it for the long run or for the short run?
Mhm.
How
How bad do you want it?
what is your what you may call it?
Your why? Is
OTV.
that what you
your
want to
your
say?
no, I was what do you call it?
Drive.
Endurance. How can you endure? Because
How
if you
long
have a
can you keep
mindset,
going? We
Yeah.
try,
if you
we
have a
try.
mindset, that yes, you need to do this, yeah, right. But in order to do that, you need to do this, and how it is you have a dream, you have a purpose, or you know your purpose. You're lucky enough
Yeah.
to know your purpose, and you're like, okay, but to get there, I need to do this and this and this, and in order to do this and this and this, I need some certain kind of money or certain kind of opportunities.
We need
What you then need
capital.
to do is, okay, even if you need to go get a job, which is good obviously because you need that to help yourself keep pushing on, and you can't, like she said, you can't just sit home being lazy and expect heaven to fall on your laps.
Mm-mm.
It's not going to happen. There's no magic. Don't be deceived.
Don't be waiting
There's no
around.
illusion or whatever.
Nothing just falls
So,
down to someone's laps.
exactly. So obviously you have to be strategic and
Money don't go from
purposeful.
trees.
I love how
You have to
said
be
strategic and
you have to be
purposeful.
purposeful, because if you're not purposeful, trust me, you will, like Nigerians would say, you will miss road. You will get lost. You'll be swallowed up on your daily activities that you would forget your original plan in the first place. That
Yeah.
blueprint you put out for yourself, you would forget it if you just, get so, into the job that you forget your actual job, which is to build yourself and to build other people, hence your career. So if you're gonna say, okay, you know your dream, you know your purpose, get a job here, get a time set for yourself. If it's a 2-year, 3-year kind of job you're going to do that. At the end of the day, please do not forget your original blueprint. That is your
Yes.
plan to your career. That's all I can say about that.
Because it goes to. It's funny you mentioned blueprint, because people do tend to forget their blueprint, and then when they do forget it, then they get lost in that job. They get lost in just that working for other people, and it's not a bad thing. Sometimes it's good to work for other people, because once you're working for other people, sometimes you tend to find out what you're meant to really, really do. Just sometimes. But then my question is, some people don't know what even a blueprint means to them. Some people don't even know how to gain their blueprint. So I'm going to throw this to you. What do you think is like? How can someone be able to find their blueprint to their purpose? What is the ways they can find their purpose, really?
I was lucky enough to be able to find mine really early on in my life,
Okay.
right? And mine was mostly dealing with the fact that most of my life I've been told I can't do this, right? I've been shut down by people that are really close to me for quite a significant portion
I feel
of
your
my
pain,
life.
sister.
Yeah. Honestly, people will shut you down no matter how close they are to you. And it's every single time that's happened to me, that's been the driving force behind prove them wrong. It's always been make a life for yourself, don't work for anyone else. Do not, under any circumstances, put yourself as someone else's whim. Don't let yourself be at someone else's mercy. That's always been my plan, my goal, literally everything
Like
I've
your
lived
drive.
for. No, it's literally been every single thing that I've lived for my entire life. Do not let yourself be a slave to society. Work for yourself, no one else. Anyone else you help along that way is just another positive consequence, so to speak.
I like that.
So I'd say that is how I found myself, but it's not always the same for other people, Some people find themselves through something they enjoy and don't realize they enjoy this sort of thing
Yeah.
until later in life, And I'd say in that situation, you have to
I like that.
look deep within yourself. Is it a big enough risk to pursue this? Like, is it a worthwhile risk to invest in, right? Because some people are afraid of that risk, And I say everything in life is risky. If you have the drive and the passion to do what you want and you see it going well, go for it no matter what the risk is. Because at the end of the day, one way or another, you're going to get to the end of the journey.
Yeah.
That's true. I had the same thing with.
Awesome.
It is. I had the same thing with what you said about there are people out there that just,
That's
just,
what my mind linked it to.
you know what I'm saying, that
Yeah.
just pushed you, pulled you down,
Yeah.
by certain words, certain ways. One of my biggest one, and okay, one of my biggest one was my uncle from my dad's side, wherever. Anyways, he ain't gonna see this video, so
Okay.
he ain't gonna see this video. Cool.
He's really
He's still alive, but
distracted.
I mean, he ain't gonna watch this video right now. But we're good. But anyways, every time I did something when I was in Nigeria, whenever I did something, when I stayed with them for a bit, whenever I did something, he would say something that would bring me down. He always say something. And then there was a time that he said that, bro, don't touch the door. Don't touch the door. I was trying to open the door, right? I was trying to open the door. But there was a certain way that he opens the door. Okay? I didn't know this. But there was a certain way he opens the door. But because I didn't open it the way he wanted me to open it, he just said, don't open the door. You're going to amount to nothing. Look at you can't even open the door properly.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? But that was the most tiniest of things. But he never left me though, because I was like, what? 11? I was so young. 11, 10? Oh, I don't remember. But he never left me because he said, you're not going to amount to anything. And I'm like, me as a small guy, I'm like, it's just a door. I was vexed. But obviously, as Nigeria, you can't really go and fight them. If you fight them, exactly, no comment there. But that never left my soul because it just stayed there, and
It eats at you.
it eats at me. But also, what was crazy, it then pushed me. Not everyone I know might be able to, immediately they hear something like that, be able to switch it up and just use it to push them.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it gave me a little fire. It kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Just give me that extra push. Like, yo, I'm not. You can't just say that to me and just expect me to just be cool with it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do something about it. And I'm going to lie to you, there was a certain time in my life that I actually forgot. I actually lost the fire. But then obviously you know what I'm saying? It happened. Remember how you just said you forget your blueprint?
Oh yeah.
I forgot it. Then not even as much as we've been doing this, it's only 2 weeks ago that feeling, that time when he done that to me about the door. And the door was just an example. He's done it a couple of times. Then that feeling came again, and I was like, oh my God, this happened to me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And people do forget. But anyways, I went off topic right there. But my point is, I was just trying to say that sometimes things like that is needed to find what you're meant to do. Things like that pushes you to finding what you're meant to do. I think for me, exploring, this is one of the answers to that question. I think exploring what you like to do. Exploring what you seem as an interest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Exploring an interest would actually add to finding your purpose, because there's a lot of things out there that people do.
Definitely.
There's a lot of things that are out there to do.
Like what she said about passion and falling, very key.
Exactly, yes.
That should be your catalyst that fuels you to keep going on. But let me tell you something. What she said and what he said is that the solution and the resolution of the thing is this: you're the owner of the dream. Whoever you tell isn't dreaming what you dreamt.
Yeah.
That's why they never understand it.
And they will never understand.
Yeah.
And the second thing is this: people that probably want to do the same or didn't achieve what they wanted to do as a dream, they will always talk you out of it because they never achieved something. They believe no one else should or is allowed to achieve anything. So it is your duty not to become their prisoner of their own mentality. Don't put yourself under a tent where you're not meant to be in the first place. You have to have your own mindset. Having your own mindset is actually a challenge, to be honest, because we live in a world where people are giving ideas and suggesting for you and making the suggestion like a command in your life, and then you feel obliged to follow up because of whatever obligations you think you have under them. Truly, at the end of the day, you are your own person. When you die alone. Even in a gravesite, you have one single coffin. I've never seen a coffin with two people.
With a double bed.
I've never seen a double bed coffin. So at the end of the day, you came here, you go alone.
A coffin with a double bed.
You came here alone with a dream.
Yes.
Yeah, and we are all pregnant with dreams. Everybody's pregnant.
Ooh, powerful.
Only few of us are able to deliver. Only a few of us. Some of us, when we are about to deliver, we die, we get terminated. Some of us, we have complications, hence you forget your blueprint, you discourage, the fire burns out. Some of us, we're still taking treatments to keep pushing until the day the dream is birthed. But my own advice is to keep on you know, following that passion, like he said, try to always discover, explore. You can never
Definitely.
know. You can never know. You might think your passion is like what you think you know now, but trust me, in 5 years' time, something can change.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
you can be
very
like,
true.
oh my God, I wasted my. You didn't waste your time. That is part. It's like this is how I see life.
It's part
Everything
of-
I've done in life is all like a dot, right? And every dot I've done put on my canvas, right? My plain paper canvas. Now it's now looking like, okay, lots of pixels. Now it's time for me to take my pen, which I'm doing, and tracing all the dots. At the end of the
Connecting the
day,
dots, yeah.
at the end of the day, you're gonna see a picture. There's gonna be a picture. There's gonna be the outcome of all the toiling, all the crying, all the doubt, all the job killing, survival,
Yeah.
all the things you thought you never needed is actually foiling you into the direction of your purpose, which you don't know now. Some of us might know, some of us are opportune to know, some of us don't have an idea. Some of us are constantly confused, you know.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah, I want to be this, bam, I'm not this anymore. Okay, I'm doing this, bam. It's like, oh, you don't know what you're doing. You do know what you're doing, you just don't know it properly yet. It's not clear, you know.
That's
So
very,
like you
very
said,
true.
keep you know, evolving,
going.
keep
Keep
it going, keep
explore.
exploring. You know,
Yeah,
that's the
I
only
say-
way you can discover yourself. to
I
be
love
honest.
that.
That's true.
And to just add short,
just gonna
just
say, go on, go on.
one sentence. Be kind to yourself.
Mhm.
Do it, but be kind to yourself. Go through it. Do all of these stuff,
Yeah.
but be kind to yourself.
Too right.
To be honest, I was just thinking now, after she just said, that was powerful, I'm not going to lie to you, what
Yeah.
she just said there, that was very, very powerful. I just feel like we should just come to the end and just leave right now.
Okay.
Right there. But no, it's very, very true, because it's, whatever you're passionate about, I wrote it down there, I said, purpose to me is strongly connected to what you're passionate about. And what is so powerful about what you said is everything that you are doing, even if you don't get to go, everything you've been doing in your life, if you look back at it, it's all like dots, like you said, it's all like dots. But the thing about it, when you actually get a pencil and then now start tracing on top of those dots and joining them
Start to
together,
make
you will
sense.
actually, that's it,
Exactly.
it will start to make sense.
True.
And then you actually come to realize, hold up, this is my career.
Yeah.
Because how I said earlier, career is a set of all the experiences and all the things you've done, everything that you've done. Because what people get confused is, they think that, us walking in this life, I don't know what to do with myself, or I think that what I'm doing now, I don't think this is what I'm meant to do. No, your life is long.
True.
Okay, because you don't know when you're gonna die. We don't know when you're gonna die. So to us, life is long. So whatever you're doing is part of what you're meant to do.
Exactly.
Thing about it is, you don't know, in fact, I'm not good at it, but it's like, whatever you're doing is part of what you are meant to, what you are called for.
Yeah.
But people don't understand it, so to them, they just think they're lost. But there was a quote I read yesterday. It said, people that wander are not really lost. They're not really lost, they're just wandering. The wonder is WAN, right? But they're also wondering what they are meant to do, because they know they've been called for something else. They know that they're meant to do something. But anyways, now I'm also thinking, go on.
Sorry.
Go on.
Is there any such thing as wasting time? You talked about wandering.
That's a very
Yes.
That's a good one, actually.
Yes. Excuses.
Because I've just that's a very good one.
You wanna say something on
Go
that?
on, please.
Yeah.
Honestly, with excuses, I'd say that those are the biggest waste of time. Because an excuse might seem like any random hurdle that life throws at you, but it's not. Because the hurdles that life will throw at you are often the ones that you can overcome. The moment you acknowledge one without coming up with either a solution or a plan to get around it is the moment you've made that hurdle an excuse. You know, you can't just wait for life to give you an answer. Life won't do that. Life is hard.
Yes.
You can't just sit around like a sitting duck because someone else will grab that opportunity before you can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the more you wait for an answer for that hurdle that is not really a hurdle, it's just something something your mind's created as an impassable wall, but really is just a door in a way.
I like that.
That was
Yeah.
very, very
Do you know
powerful.
what she said
Go on.
made me smile? Because when you said that, I smiled because I'm like, there is something like wasting time. And then there
that was
isn't.
powerful.
And then at the same time, there isn't a thing like wasting time. Let me explain to you. We do certain things that we're not meant to do at a certain time that wasn't the right time to do it. Hence, delay. So
Times
if,
and
like, say,
seasons.
your purpose is whatever, but because you've been doing certain things at the wrong time, you cause yourself to delay, and they say delay is not denial. But then you were denied the fruits you should have ate at a certain time because you were busy doing something else you shouldn't be doing. And then at the end of the day, when we get to the front line, you find out that you're now experiencing everything you've worked for, but at a later age. Imagine some people getting a breakthrough at 65. What do you want to do at 65?
Appeal.
You know, so everything you've worked for now falls on your kids. They enjoy your labor. They enjoy everything you sweat for.
Jeez,
and then you're doing this before because you imagine yourself, oh my God, my Ferrari or my mansion in LA. You already put your life, but it's your children that will have it.
Yeah.
Because you are doing the wrong things at the right time, or the right thing to at the wrong time. It's like you just cause a delay. So there is a thing like wasting time, but then at the same time there isn't a thing like that. But because it's all intertwined.
Yeah.
It's all about timeliness and delays. So if you're meant to do something, you will still do it.
Yeah.
It's just that it's in your hands. You choose to do, like you said, excuses.
Yeah, because you know what I'm going to say, because we're going to round up, this part one rounding up. But it goes back to choices. Everyone in this earth is we have a choice. We have two choices. We have a choice whether to do or not to do. It's always two choices, nothing more than that.
Yeah.
There's no maybe to it. The thing about it is that question I couldn't answer because it's so hard of a question. You're not wasting time, but you are wasting time. There's sometimes you are wasting time because you were meant to do something else, but you weren't doing it. So you're doing the wrong thing at the right time. Okay? So what happened there? Procrastination, right?
Excuses.
But the thing about, and excuses, but the thing about it, why I say it's not wasting time is because it's still a dot. Whatever that thing you were doing is still a dot. It's still a dot in your life. It's going to matter. For example, to quickly round up, for example, for me, when I was in, I did door to door for 2 years and a bit. When you do door to door, let me tell you word for word, you think you're wasting time. In fact, you think, why am I here? The next, you get to the door, hello, I'm just here to raise, get out of my door. So I'm saying, I'm just there, I give them the thingy, I'm like, hello, I'm just here to raise money for dogs and cats. Here, they really get out. After that, remember I said to you I did it for 2 years, right? After doing that every single time, I mean, there are days I had good days, there are also other days I had some horrible days. You think you're wasting time. I thought, why am I here? But then, look where it's taking me. Why I say where? I'm not able to talk to you. I'm able to talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm able to talk to
Communicate
you.
better.
I'm able to talk to you
Better.
that's listening, and you that's watching me, and my fine face, and all these fine faces here, and you can see I'm communicating. But I really did think I was wasting my time because I didn't see the point. It was straight commission. 100%.
Can I make you smile?
Go on.
I know someone who did door to door. That's why I smiled when he said it for 5 years.
Fact.
And guess what he's doing now?
Uh-huh.
Real estate.
See?
Because he goes there with just not I'm doing door to door, but with a vision that I'm not just seeing the exterior of the house. I'm interpreting a visual, architectural, visualization of what I would want to sell. So he's looking at the house, not just looking at the people that come into the door. So see now he's making six figures. He's turned his 5 years of toiling, of pain, and people say, "Oh, you're wasting your time. Door to door.
Exactly.
You will not make it."
Even the people on the doorstep.
He's a real estate agent. He's making money. He has a Mercedes Benz, like he's living large. Like, to me, it's funny, but. And it's funny because I know him, and it's like
you've seen how far he's
come.
come.
You've seen how far he's so it's like never think anything is a waste.
No, it's not.
Everything connects.
It's not a waste of time. It really,
matters.
really does matter. So when you look back at it, when you actually do draw the pencils, it does connect. But we're going to talk about how am I going to put this? We're going to talk about what is the strategies and what is actually stopping people from actually discovering their purpose. But we're not going to do that now. We're going to do that part 2. So please stay tuned. At the moment, like, subscribe, and share. Because we are trying, don't be selfish with this video or with what you've heard from here. There are people out there just like you, or, just want to find why are they here? What is the difference? Is this job I'm working, is this me? Or is me finding a purpose me? Is that what I'm meant to do? But also, if any of you watching us have any business idea or any business that's going on or anything that you feel that is worth promoting, so that because there's somebody out there that needs this, please call this number. I gotta take my book and look at it. 079 319 62 675 or 0207 274 2699. Okay, so if any business ideas or anything that you feel like people would need out there and could be a very good benefit to them, please call that number I just said, and we'll be happy to advertise your or promote your business on our screen. See how you saw my fine face on the corner there? You have your own business all over. But also, like I said, this is the end of part one, and we've done really, really well, I have to say. But we have more to cover. Like I said, we do have more to cover, but you guys have to wait till part two. But in the meantime, thank you very, very much for staying tuned. I hope what we've said has actually opened your eyes to a few, or just something that's been in there. I just hope it's woken up something in there. In the meantime, everybody, can you just say bye-bye?
All right.
Adios,
Bye,
amigos.
everyone.
Adios.
Bye bye.
Thank you. I'm from AMAZE TV. Bye-bye.